This is the women's 400 individual medley B final as we get things underway here at the Santa Clara International Grand Prix. A race that features 5 teenagers in this B final event.
Great international field we have here at Santa Clara. Every year it seems like more and more countries come to compete here in Northern California. Certainly a lot of great international swimmers here. Getting ready to watch the Olympic gold medalist and world record holder Stephanie Rice coming up in the next heat in the A final. Remember, as we talked about earlier, this is a 9-lane pool, Steve. So the top qualifier, Lindsay DePaul, right there in lane number 5.
Beginning of the race, this official saying this is his position.
Yeah, you got a lot of good young swimmers. Haley Flickinger, just 16 years of age, over in lane number 2. Sophie Weber, way down in lane 9, also a 16-year-old. An NCAA champion in Wendy Trott, who's in lane 6. And Elizabeth Smith, a local girl for the Stanford Swimming Club.
And normally in an 8-lane pool, you'll see lane 4 as the top qualifier, but because this is a 9-lane pool, it actually gives more swimmers a chance to sneak into a final instead of 24. We have a C final that we don't watch on air, but there's a C final, a B final like we see here, and then obviously the A final. So 27 swimmers get a chance to come back from the prelims and swim. This is a huge meet, Steve. 1,100 swimmers here at this competition this year. This is the biggest meet I've seen in a long time in Santa Clara. Traditionally a great competition for so many swimmers, as I said, across the world. And this year is really an epitome of what this meet has been about for so many years. So many great swimmers. I mean, this A final coming up early, you might see the top 3 finishers at the World Championships in the next heat. So it's a great meet.
And some box office names, no doubt. Now, Lindsay DePaul in lane 5 has the lead right now on the backstroke, the World University Games silver medalist from 2009. Of course, in the individual medley, it goes butterfly, backstroke, breast, and freestyle in that order. So finishing off the back and about to transition to the breaststroke here.
The halfway point, you see DePaul right there in the middle pool. Some a very good front half of the race. Really, the 400 IM always comes down to this leg right here, the 3rd leg. The breaststroke is such a key part of the 400 IM. Lindsay swims for Coach Dave Salo and that huge group of great swimmers there, including Eric Chanteau and Katinka Hosu, we'll see in the next heat. Itajima from Japan. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jessica Hardy, Rebecca Soni.
Rebecca Soni, big win last night. Very convincing victory here at the Santa Clara International Grand Prix. And this 400 IM always showcasing the versatility of a swimmer. But Rowdy, what do you always notice to be the most difficult thing about excelling and doing well at this discipline?
Well, you know, this race has always been known as the decathlon of swimming because it just takes a combination of speed and endurance and great turns and excellence in all 4 strokes. And I really think that in fact, I was just talking to Michael Phelps about this race, and he said, you know, you just kind of work and build the butterfly, lay off the backstroke a little bit, get ready for the legs for the breaststroke, and see what you've got left right here this last 100. And obviously the world record knows a lot about what he's talking about.
Big lead for Lindsay DePaul in the final portion. 2 laps in the freestyle to close things out, but Lindsay DePaul in control in lane 5. And Michael Phelps has already gone on record as saying that he's eliminating the 400 IM from his program for the Olympic Games next year in London. May swim 7 events, but the 400 IM will not be one of them in next year's Olympic Games.
Boy, Lindsay DePaul having a really good race here. Huge lead. Her best time is 4:41. She may be just off that, but she's going to have a good swim here. And this was a race that was really clear-cut on the top 9 swimmers. She didn't even come close to making the final. She went 4:49. The 9th seed is 4:46, so a full 3 seconds faster. she's going to be much faster than she went in the prelims.
The 22-year-old from Orange, California. Sizable win to get things going. The women's 400 IMB final.
Real good swim for Lindsey DePaul. That's the third fastest time of the day, and that will definitely put a smile on your face, as I see from Lindsey right now. She's really happy with that swim. And to come back and drop, what, 5 seconds off of what she went in the prelims? Very, very nice job for the Trojan.
Went out early, established a big lead, and really never ceded much ground.